Hello, my name is Andrew Thake. I'm a divisional director with Resourcing Tomorrow. Delighted to be joined today by Marcus Duffy, who's a geoscientist at Rockflow Dynamics. Delighted to have you with us today, Marcus.
Hi, Andrew. Thanks for having me.
Marcus, for those that are unfamiliar about your company, can you tell us a little bit about Rockflow Dynamics?
Yeah, of course, Andrew. So we're a software company. We work in the reservoir modeling and earth modeling space. We were founded in 2005, and so over the last 20 years, what we've really focused on is making use of the most up-to-date CPU and GPU cards that the kind of gaming industry offers to have a really high-performing platform where subsurface professionals can use it to model complex environments. So we now have a global reach. We're in 35 country, sorry, 34 countries with 35 offices. And I think our real strength is we grew in the oil and gas industry. We've now worked in CCS, storage, geothermal, lithium extraction from brines, and in the last few years we've started to move into mining. And we think using these high performance computers and simulation techniques has a lot to offer to the industry. And so we're excited to learn more about mining and be part of resourcing tomorrow.
And building on from that, obviously you've got a tremendous expertise within the oil and gas industry. What made you decide to also expand into mining? But you can go into a bit more depth there.
Sure, sure. Well, so as a geologist, for me, I think kind of studied rocks, but then focused more on the oil and gas side. Um, but at the end of the day, rocks are rocks, no matter like the industry or the software you're using. And if you can model rocks in one platform, you can do it in another. And admittedly, there's a few different types of environments that can, in the geological environments that change. And that's where our development team come in and start to add these extra calculations that perform in these slightly different environments. So from a geology point of view, I think apart from some terminology, there really wasn't too much of a gap to cross. And then I think from a business perspective, I think we thought we had a tool that now more than ever would find a demand in the mining industry. The oil and gas environment has spent many, many years of research and development developing these tools for very kind of complicated situations. And we think with the kind of the move we see in the mining industry to go kind of digital transformation and the demand we see for metals and critical minerals trying to reach net zero targets, the huge demand in the industry, we think these advanced modeling platforms and softwares will hopefully bring a lot of benefit to the mining industry.
What types of geology is particularly suited to rock flow dynamics, oil and gas workflow processes, and more
Sure.
importantly, why?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think where we first kind of came at it would be more of the traditional kind of stratiform deposits, like layer kind of sedimentary beds laid horizontally, and so where our key strengths really came in was our simulation background. So it's and can it's maybe more unconventional mining to start off with. So this was maybe lithium in groundwater, so extracting that, and that's very, very similar to oil and gas workflows. You've got a well injecting water, and then you're taking out lithium brines for batteries, and then you're producing it. So that's definitely kind of where we started, and you can do that with any kind of mineral that's sediment hosted and is moving with brine. So uranium as well. We've got examples where we've worked in those kind of elements. But more recently, as we moved into this environment, it allowed us to do kind of just typical classical resource modeling. And so the type of models we've worked across as being kind of gold, copper, sulfide deposits. So we've now kind of got the full kind of calculation library now to work with these kind of more traditional hard rocks as well.
It's sometimes said that in the mining industry, it lags behind oil and gas in terms of innovation. Is that fair? And if so, what can the mining industry learn from oil and gas?
Yeah, I think to some extent, mining's probably lagged a bit behind oil and gas, and I think there's a few reasons for that. I think, particularly like in innovation and digital integration and predictive modeling, oil and gas is had to focus in that area. I think the reasons for this is probably the environments that they work in, like the operational complexity. Some of the wells we drill, say in the North Sea or elsewhere across the globe, can be in very high pressure, high temperature environments out to sea, hundreds of kilometers away from land, and these wells cost hundreds of millions to drill. So getting that decision right is highly important to the oil and gas industry. So we've developed tools to ensure that we can categorize the different prospects that we're looking for, and not just find one solution, but do multivariate analysis, look at the full range and actually understand our confidence criteria, and be able to rank these different prospects, and look at this chart of success by covering a whole uncertainty range. I think this multivariant type modeling, this more stochastic approach, which is standard in oil and gas now because of the environments that we work in, with the demand we've seen in the mining industry, I think, and as everyone has access to kind of more high performance computers these days, the mining industry will also see a huge benefit from this as well, being able to categorize all the different prospects, have a very kind of more predictive approach to the kind of grades they might be able to see by modeling lots of different kind of scenarios. And then as they build up data, these models can be refined. I think these benefits that we've built in these softwares for the energy industry will definitely have a place in the mining industry in the next couple of years.
We're really looking forward to seeing you at Resourcing Tomorrow this year. Looking forward to meeting you in the Rockflow Dynamics team. That was Marcus Duffy, geoscientist at Rockflow Dynamics. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew.